What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about instant zooming in the timeline and the ability to jump around the timeline and do the same instant zoom to save you time and be more efficient with your editing. Now let's get started. So you notice down here in the timeline, I have multiple clips added. And if you have a larger project, you're gonna have 3, 4, 10 times the amount of this clips that you need to be able to toggle. And you're gonna need the ability to immediately zoom into specific locations to make quick edits, jump out, and move on to the next to save time. So you've noticed I've placed two different markers. I placed a marker here, and I placed a marker here where the playhead is. So let's start with a simple zooming in from this location. So if you look down on your keyboard, you have your delete button to the right. Next to that, there's a plus button, and there's also a minus button. If you click the plus button, it zooms in wherever the playhead is left. I'm gonna zoom in a couple more times. Let's make it 5 times. So I click the zoom in button 5 times, which is the plus button. So I'm zoomed in to this specific tightness. So let's just say I'm close enough where I can do all my different edits I want. I want to shorten it, I want to do whatever. So when I'm done making those specific edits, instead of going back and doing minus to get out, you can click one button and reset outward. Underneath the delete button, there's a backspace button. If you click that, that'll immediately take me back to the full view of the timeline, including all clips placed in the timeline. Now let's go back to the other marker previously, and let's say I want to jump in and zoom into that exact same location and distance that I zoomed in on the previous edit. Instead of going plus numerous times, if you just click the backspace button again, it'll immediately punch in to that exact same distance you punched in on the previous zoom. So you don't have to sit there and recalculate how many pluses or minus you did. It'll remember the previous version. So now if I hit backspace again, it takes me back out. Now on the opposite side, let's just say we zoom out like this. If I go down to the next marker, and if I click the backspace button again, it'll obviously stretch it out, but if I click it again, it'll go back to that previous zoom. It remembered that I zoomed out multiple times on that previous marker. And then let me just zoom back out to see all of it stretched out. I use this backspace button all the time because so many times I zoom in close to certain things and I edit and I need to jump back out and go back to the front or go back to wherever. And instead of scrolling down the timeline, I just click backspace. It shows me the entire timeline, every video I have in it, and I can just easily jump in and out. And let's just say I want to jump back here and I want to edit something here. I can zoom in numerous times and then backspace again, jumps back out. I can move down here, backspace in that exact same amount, and then pull back out for full view of all the clips I have in my timeline. These are great little keyboard shortcuts that I use all the time to be able to zoom in and out of my timeline and save time and be more efficient with editing. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. That being said, have a great day. Later.